Good afternoon, Nova Nation. It's WXVU Sports Director David Szczepanski. Behind me is the Finneran Pavilion here on this snowy Saturday afternoon. No, Villanova is not playing here tonight at the Finn. The Wildcats, though, had a great win on Wednesday night against number 9 St. John's. Villanova back in action tonight at 6 p.m. against the Providence Friars at the AMP in Rhode Island. Villanova looking for their 16th win of the season. They have won 3 consecutive games against Xavier, DePaul, and St. John's. Villanova really playing great basketball again, trying to make their winning streak at least 4 games for the second time this season. Villanova 8-6 in conference play. Right now they have a pretty good hold on that 5th place spot in the Big East standings. Of course, it'll be great to get them the bye. Tyler Perkins has played excellent. He scored 32 points in his last 2 games, had the game winner against St. John's on Wednesday. Villanova looking to continue what has been a very successful couple of weeks for the Wildcats, make it 4 games in a row. But obviously Villanova's played really poor on the road this season. Besides their win against DePaul, which they really didn't play all that well in that game. It was sloppy basketball on both sides of the court, and besides the win against Butler, Villanova has not played well on the road. So this is a test tonight against a Providence team that, even though they've struggled, they have just 11 wins this season. They're 11-14, 5-9 in conference play. They always play tough games. Villanova won the first matchup against the Friars by 2 points at the Wells Fargo Center on January 17th, but that was a much closer game than I think a lot of people expected. They had a lead at halftime to the Friars. Villanova outscored Providence by 7 in the final 20 minutes of that game. Luka Poplar played well. Eric Dixon had a pretty good game, especially in that second half. Villanova, again, looking to make it 4 in a row. As for Providence, they lost their top scorer, Bryce Hopkins, in the beginning of the season. He's played in just 3 games. He hasn't played since early December. He is out for the season with a right knee injury, so they have obviously missed him a lot. This Providence Friars team, they really haven't been able to find their rhythm on offense. Their 2 top scorers without Hopkins is Jaden Pierre, who's averaging almost 13 points per game, and Bensley Joseph, who's a former Miami transfer, played with Luka Poplar for a few years down there with the Hurricanes. He's also averaging almost 13 points per game. But really, besides Joseph and Pierre, they don't have a whole lot of scoring without Hopkins. They average about 72, 73 points per game, which isn't terrible. Their defense, though, does really struggle. They give about 71 points per game. So when you're scoring 73 points per game and you're giving up 71, 72, you're not going to win a whole lot of games. They do a really bad job at forcing turnovers. They only force 9 turnovers per game on 5 steals, so Villanova should take advantage of that. One thing Providence really does well, they're a pretty good 3-point shooting team, really led by Bensley Joseph as well as Jaden Pierre. Those 2 players shooting at about 40% from behind the arc, but they're a great rebounding team, one of the best in the conference. Villanova, though, did win the rebounding battle in that first matchup in January, but this Providence team, they'll grab about 38 rebounds per contest. So that's something to keep an eye on here. Even though their defense does struggle, they don't force a whole lot of turnovers. They will pick up rebounds. So for Villanova, I think that, the key is simple. They are the better team, on paper. They just have to take advantage of Providence, the turnovers that they will give you. They don't force a lot of turnovers. This is a game where the Wildcats offense really has to play well. And even if they're able to get across, 70 points, even in the low to mid 70s, I think Villanova should win this game. I believe they're favored by about 3 points, depending on where you look right now. But Villanova, again, they're the better team on paper. They just have to play a good game on the road, which has not been easy, unfortunately, for the Wildcats this season. Tonight's game begins at 6 p.m. You can watch the game on CBS Sports Network. Unfortunately, I'm not in Providence. I don't know if it's snowing or not in Rhode Island, but it would be nice if it wasn't and if I was there, but it's fine regardless. Again, 6 p.m. tonight will be tip-off between Villanova and Providence at the AMP. You can watch the game on CBS Sports Network. I'll have updates here on my social media. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into this preview video for Villanova versus Providence. Also want to appreciate everybody who did tune in to my water polo coverage. Villanova was able to take down Siena right next door at the Villanova Swim Complex. That was great to see, as always, as well. So thanks for your support, Nova Nation. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you on social media later tonight. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, go Cats!